Vikings at Eagles. Open at Eagles -3. Total open at 44.5. Now there's 45s on the board. Man, what's going on with this Vikings defense? I mean, even without Griffin, they're not as bad as they've looked, are they, Donnie? The way this Vikings team is played, Philly could beat up on them here this week. I know that Super Bowl teams come out of the block slow, and I think that's all that's happening with Philadelphia. I don't think it's time to hit the panic button on the Eagles. They still have a ton of injuries on offense. I think the Rodney McLeod injury is manageable for this defense. As always, when we get to Eagles games, I just can't wait to hear your breakdown. Vikings at Eagles. Vikings are a huge question mark. I'm leaning towards the Eagles in a pretty legitimate way, thinking I might make a play here.
Yeah, the Vikings were in a really bad spot. I mean, you're coming off a Buffalo Bills loss at home, and then you're going up to get served up on Thursday Night Football as a road team. They're probably the best team in the NFL, the Los Angeles Rams. That was I don't usually say it's a win-win situation. That was a lose-lose situation for the Vikings. The only thing good for them, they didn't take any catastrophic injury losses in that game. You get a little bit of extra time to lick your wounds. But the one thing to Jekyll and Hyde Philadelphia Eagles, do you get the home Eagles or do you get the road team Eagles defense in this football game? I'm going to lean towards more for the home team. But look, Kirk Cousins, say what you want. He has had the Eagles' number over the past couple of years, being able to move the football with the Washington Redskins. Now he has a lot more weapons. And, I come on the show a lot, and I'm really not a homerish type with the Philadelphia Eagles. I thought they were going to be in a tough spot with the Titans. I told everybody a real tough spot versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which showed they didn't play very well on the road also. But the Eagles are a very good home football team. It's -3. It's a similar situation in Carson Wentz's rookie year where they played the Minnesota Vikings, who were a better football team than the Eagles at that time. The Eagles still won that game. Then you fast forward to last year, the Eagles absolutely detonated the Minnesota Vikings at home. This isn't a revenge situation for the Vikings because both of these football teams need it. If we're looking at the Vikings struggling, Jimmy, coming into this game, and the Eagles riding high and mighty, beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and also the Tennessee Titans at 4-0, this is a make or break game for both teams if they want to make the playoffs, more so actually for the Vikings, because I think the NFC East is still a little bit going to be in turmoil where the Washington Redskins, the Giants, and the Cowboys aren't on the same levels what the Minnesota Vikings are going to have to go up with the Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears. But again, it would have felt much better for the Vikings if the Eagles had won last week because, quote unquote, they could afford maybe a loss and it wouldn't be that bad and the Vikings absolutely need it. But the Eagles play very well at home. Alshon Jeffrey should be even better this week, have a little bit more stamina. You're going to be getting Jay Ajayi, maybe a little bit more healthy in this. Maybe Corey Clement shows up. Darren Sproles expected to play in this game. So the Eagles should be as close to full power as possible, obviously without Rodney McLeod. But the line is cheap. The Eagles are a dominant football at home. If this line's going to stay 3, it's going to be Eagles money for me, Jimmy.
I like it. I agree with that. And I've got quite a bit of figuring out to do with this Philadelphia Eagles squad. What do you think about this point that opened up Tom Marino's last comment? Eagles have no leader at linebacker with Kendricks gone. What do you think?
Yeah, well,
about
Kendricks was like a 4th linebacker last year that barely even made the team. They're actually thinking about cutting him. So Kendricks makes no difference whatsoever on this defense. Jordan Hicks is a much better linebacker than Hendricks, and so is Nigel Bradham. And in the NFL, it's very rare you play with 3 linebackers on the field, mostly due to dime and nickel situations. So Kendricks has absolutely zero to do with the Eagles this year.
And do you feel like there's no leadership at the linebacker position for the team?
No, Nigel Bradham's a leader, and so is Jordan Hicks. They both look at him. And I don't know if there should be a leader in the secondary at this point and a leader on Jalen Mills' head for getting double moves left and right. But, the team won the Super Bowl last year, and they still have their 2 key cogs back. Would have rather had Jordan Hicks through the rest of the year last year, but he did get hurt. But no, there's no leadership issues there on the defense.
Sweet. That's going to be a play I am going to make.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.